welcome to day 3 of our yoga. So if you're just joining or if you're new to the channel, if you can subscribe to the page, that'd be great. It'll really help me in just reaching more people. And if you like the video, you can click like after. So just come into a cross-legged position in the middle of our mats. Bring our hands to heart center and just bowing our heads to our heart, taking a moment to breathe. And as we sit in this cross-legged position, maybe gently allowing our gaze to become soft or closing our eyes. So the aim of this practice is just to move mindfully over the next 30 days and just to help our body get off to a good start first thing in the day. So bring our hands to our knees, maybe giving ourselves a little smile. We'll start to warm up the neck. So we're reaching back and then we're tilting our chin towards our chest. And on the exhale, reaching back, and the inhale, dipping our chin to chest. If you find this anyway strenuous, then maybe ease out of it or just make the movement slightly shorter. And back to center. Now we'll go from side to side, so just on the exhale, bringing it over one shoulder, and then on the inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side, inhale center, exhale, inhale center, exhale to the right shoulder, inhale center, exhale left, and inhale center. So again, just repeating this, and now we'll start to tilt our right ear to our right shoulder, just gently holding on to the left side of our head and drawing it down towards our shoulder, making sure not to put a strain, but just noticing that nice gentle stretch all along our left neck. And now moving to the other side, bringing our left hand to the right side of our head and drawing our left ear towards our left shoulder very gently. Again, just wanting to get a nice stretch into our neck first thing in the day, as we often hold tension in our neck and shoulder area. And now lifting those shoulders as high as we can up to the ears, and then on the exhale releasing. Repeating on the inhale and on the exhale releasing. And now we'll just start to shoulder roll gently backwards so we can use our knees for supporting our hands. And just as we inhale and exhale, rolling backwards, and then a few times in the opposite direction. Now we'll stretch to the side, bring our left hand down onto the mat and reaching through our right arm to the left hand side, feeling that stretch all along our right side body and just breathing into it. And if the pose invites us, going deeper and bringing our elbow fully to the ground. And back to center, and now moving to the opposite side, leaning with our right arm, reaching with our left as we breathe here. And just make sure your spine is nice and long and supported, that it's not hunched over, and again that you're noticing that stretch in the side body and coming back to center. From here we'll move on to all fours, so make sure your hips are directly above your knees and your wrists directly beneath your shoulders, nice flat back. And we'll start to gradually move forward and backwards, warming up our wrists. So here we're just exhaling as we come forward, inhale as we move back, just moving that weight over our wrists and then turning them so that our fingers are facing back towards our body, and doing that same movement as we move back and forward nice and easily, inhaling and exhaling, stretching all the back of our forearms and our wrists, and then turning our fingers to face forward again as we move back into tabletop, curling our toes and bringing the backs of our feet flat to the ground. So you might need to make a little bit of space here, as you can see I'm doing, so bring yourself forward on the mat, Bring your hands about one handprint behind your toes and have your fingers facing your body, and allow your neck and head to fall back between your shoulders. Again, just opening up the neck and the chest area. A lovely heart opening pose and a nice stretch for this area, and coming back up. From here, moving back into our tabletop position, untucking the toes, and just taking a moment to breathe here, gaze down between our two hands, maybe closing our eyes, just noticing how the body is feeling. From here, we'll begin to walk our hands forward, tuck our toes, and lift into our first downward dog today. So really grounding through the 10 knuckles in our hands, pressing into the balls of our feet. Our heels may come down to the mat, or they may be lifted, as you can see mine are. So either way, main thing you want to do here is have a nice long supported spine, hips high, and stretching out the hammies. A nice strong grounding pose. And then we'll move into three-legged dog. So as you can see, I'm a little caught for space, so I move forward a little bit, raise my right leg as I ground through the left foot and the two hands, and just breathing in nice and deeply here. So my right foot is raised into the air, foot is pointed, my gaze is down, and then I lower that, walk my legs slightly just to ease out any tension, and now I'll do the same on the opposite side. Keeping the hips level, grounding through the hands, left foot in the air, raised behind me, toes pointed, and just inhaling and exhaling here. And bringing that foot down. From here, I'll start to just walk out the feet again, just giving them that bit extra stretch, and gradually start to walk my hands and feet towards each other. I'll take opposite arm to opposite elbow, and just a nice gentle forward fold. Allow my head to drop, allow the knees to bend and sway. Coming up into a flat back position as we inhale and exhale. Hips above our ankles, nice flat back, fingers to the floor, to our shins or to our thighs. Most important here is to have a flat back, and then we'll come back down into a tabletop position. From here we'll walk the hands forward and we'll move back into puppy pose. So hips above our knees, reaching our hands forward, shoulder distance apart, allowing our chest to fall down towards the ground and allowing our head to come down between our hands. Again, this is a lovely relaxing pose. And gradually lifting up and then allowing the pelvis to drop. Bringing the hands in but keeping them shoulder distance apart, elbows in by side body, and cobra. So here we're pinning the navel, we're really grounding through our legs and the tops of our feet, and we're pressing into our hands. And then as we exhale we lower, bring our right hand parallel with the front of the mat, and bring our left foot towards our left glute. Nice stretch for the quads. Just holding it here. So as you can see, just hold on to your foot, whatever way is most comfortable for you. And then releasing. And now we'll do the same on the opposite side. Reaching around for your foot, holding it in as our left hand is parallel with the front of the mat. And from here we release. And we'll press back up. Sit our bum to our heels and move into wide-legged child's pose. So we bring our feet together, bring our knees mat distance apart, bring our hands out in front, allow our head to drop between our hands, or forehead to rest on the ground if you'd like to put a blanket underneath. also for a bit of extra support, and just breathing here. Allowing the body to integrate the movement we've just done. And nice and gently coming back up into a cross-legged position at the front of our mat. Sort the hair, boom, priorities. Well done guys, good job, yeah, nice one. As you go forward, peace in your thoughts, in your words, in your heart,